Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be part 23 of my global company tutorial series. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome to part 23. So we're going to look at the animal food pack. This is a pack that everything in it requires global company. So we're only going to look at one mod, but there are lots of pieces to this mod. Lots of different various pieces. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory and be quick to go over, and other ones are a little bit more complicated. But anyhow, we go into the store here, we go over to here. So the first thing it does add is a pallet for TMR basically, but that's just an extra thing you have. It also does add a storage for TMR as well. So we'll take a look at that last, just because that's going to be pretty self-explanatory. Then under Agres Animal Productions, it adds a lot of buildings in here. So it adds a sugar beet shredder inside of the production here. And what this does is it allows you to either store sugar beets or make beet pulp. You have a hay dryer, which as you can see, this will work with Maize Plus with all those icons down there, which essentially just dries grass into hay. It also works with seasons, so you can put semi-dry grass in it as well. And then we have the silage fermenter, which ferments various products into silage. And a lot of these do require diesel to run as like a fuel, but it doesn't burn a ton of it, so it's not too big of a deal. The straw chopper will take straw and make it into forage. The cow feed mixer basically is a mixing facility for cows, so you can make TMR. The grain grinder will grind up some grains, which we'll take a look at here in a little bit. The potato cooker will cook potatoes, which I'll explain why you need to do that. Then you have the pig feed mixer here at the very end. So this requires cooked potatoes, which is that icon there, as well as I believe this is the beet pulp here. We should be able to go into here and take a look at some of the different products. So go across here. Oh, actually, it's not putting them. That is compost there. It's not putting a lot of the products in there, but not to worry. We'll go over them as we do. So the first one we're going to look at is the beet or the sugar beet shredder here. So if we open that up, there's two factories in here. The beet storage is self-explanatory. You can put in beets and it can hold up to that many beets right there. The sugar beet shredder, you need to put in sugar beets and diesel to get the various products out. Compost is a byproduct, and then you're going to get beet pulp. So we're going to go ahead and put some sugar beets in here in a second. The diesel, on all of these, you can buy diesel and water. You can't buy anything else. So if they require diesel or require water, you can purchase it. So we're just going to buy that. Not a big deal. Beautiful. It's not that expensive, really, to get it put in there. So the beet storage is right here, in and out. And all of these, by the way, too, have these boxes on them, as we're used to, where you can turn the light on, and then you can turn on the hazards and the in-out symbols there. So they all have them on. I went through and turned them all on first. So, excuse me, we're going to just leave them on. But, yep, they're all available for you. So if we hop into, I'm going to turn off super strength here. Not that it really matters, but we'll hop into here. This is the in and the out for sugar beets, so I can put sugar beets in. I can unload them there. And actually, I am going to do that. I can leave that go. And then to put in sugar beets for the beet pulp shredder, right over here, the in is just behind us here. You should be able to back up and just put them in. There we go. That's putting those in. This guy's completely done here. So we should be able to pull under that belt there to get some sugar beets out. If I could back up correctly. Yep, that's where you're going to get them out right there. It just has not processed them through yet. You go down to the sugar beet shredder. This is active. This says 40 milliliters per hour. It isn't just moving this over to here. So there, it's done. But this right here, it's going to go through 25,000 liters an hour. So it does work fairly quickly. And you're going to get some outputs over here. Beet pulp mostly, and then that there. But now we can get the sugar beets back out if we want to. Interesting animations there. That's pretty intense. But yeah, there you go. I'm just going to go ahead and empty these out so we can use them on the next facility we have over here. And then over here to the beet pulp system. Pretty much good to go. It's still working on beet pulp. To get beet pulp out, we actually should be able to do that over here. You should be able to, if we look here, you'd be able to get compost out this side. And you should be able to get the beet pulp out this side. So we'll go ahead and back into there. Make sure we can. Potentially. Again, my backing up is going to be our limiter on this one. And just a forewarning, which I'm sure you already saw the length of this video. This video is going to be a little bit longer because there's a lot to this mod. Get this backed up. And I did cover some of this stuff on my pig feed video if you're wanting to check that out. Went over all the different ways to take care of pigs, or to feed pigs, I guess I should say. And potentially that'll let me have some out here. Maybe get in the right position. Sorry about that. I actually forgot how to do that for a second. You don't get it from there. You get it from this pipe right here. I actually had to go watch my own video when I did a video on this to figure that out. But anyhow, we're going to grab the beet pulp. There. Jeez. Anyhow. Okay, so that's basically all you need to know for that one now that we actually figured it out. So the next step we have here is the hay dryer. So there's an in point here for diesel. We're just going to buy it, and there's an out point at the back here. So if we go into the menu here, the hay dryer, open it up, you can put in any of these different inputs and diesel, which we're going to buy real quick, and then you'll get hay out of it. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We'll go ahead and fill this up with some grass. It does put all those different fill types in there. Get out of there real quick. Go all the way back down to our regular stuff. Grass. There we go. And I don't have Maize Plus installed right now, so again, it does run with that, but you don't have to use that if you don't want to. But there we go. Slowly we'll dump into there. If I go into the menu here, I'm going to go down to the hay dryer. It's going to be active, 10,000 liters an hour. That's going to go ahead and get that through. So if we let time fly a little bit. Oops, don't need the map there. I am on no man's land in case you're wondering. And we'll go ahead and it'll empty this out. We can just fill that up again if we need more beet pulp later, which we will for a different facility. So yeah, if you're wondering what the beet pulp is used for, we'll go over that in a second. But you can see you're getting hay out the back here. And I can stop there. So that is how the hay dryer works there for you. Now next up, right here, this guy here is the silage fermenter. So if we go down here, I can find it here, silage fermenter. So if we open up the overview menu here, it's going to intake all of these different products here, and plus diesel, which we're going to just go ahead and buy real quick, and you will get silage as an output. So we take grass, let's go ahead, or chaff, really doesn't matter what we put in here. Anything, we'll put chaff in there, that'll work. So you can see there's the in symbol right there. So if we pull right over this, we are able to put chaff in. If we go into the menu here now that we're putting chaff in, go down to the silage fermenter. It is currently intaking grass, hay, or chaff, and it's going to start outputting at 25,000 liters per hour. So fast forward time a little bit. Here we go. Wait for this to finish emptying in here. And then we could drive around to the other side where the out point is. There's the diesel in point there as well if you wanted to do it with a trailer. Should work fine with a trailer. Theoretically speaking, this will give me what I want. Well, I'm having just all sorts of issues with the, well, maybe it's not fermented yet. Let me go ahead and double check that. Make sure there's actually something in there. It should have an it should have an output at this point, but yeah, it's showing up there. That's strange that it's not letting me get that out of there. Well, I'm having all sorts of issues this video, huh? These are all mods that I've used before, too. Okay, well, I will take a look at that, and I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Alright, I figured out the problem, so it's working just fine now. So it didn't work with that trailer because I used the easy development control to empty it. So sometimes if you do that, it can cause a little bit of an issue, so that's my fault. Yeah, that easy dev controls can sometimes cause those issues, so we'll just leave that guy there because we'll use him to unload later. But that is a silage fermenter. It does work if you actually use it correctly, and it all works out just fine. So, all right, over here, oof, in and out on this guy. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, this guy is our straw chopper here. So if we open up the overview menu, take straw and diesel, which we're just going to buy the diesel. Yes, and we're going to use this to put the diesel, or excuse me, not the diesel in. We're going to use this guy to put in the straw, so we don't cause any more issues, hopefully. Get back over to, there we go. So, in and out, and then there's an endpoint for the diesel back there in the very back, so pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead and back up to it here. There we go. Straw is going in. It's going to probably stop me if I back all the way in. Oh, no, it's still working. Definitely bigger than that trigger space shows, but we'll let that keep working. We're just going to pull this guy under the output. Before we fast forward some time here in a second, since this is our good trailer that hasn't been tainted by the F11 menu. Yep, see, that's working. It's accepting it. There's nothing there to accept, but it is working. So if we go into the straw chopper here, 10,000 liters an hour, it's working through it, and it's going to get it all over into chaff. So if we go ahead and fast forward time just a touch, I'm actually going to jump our time back to 10 in the morning. We still have some, or 9 in the morning work. So we still have some light, and there we go. It's filling up with chaff, which is fine. We'll go ahead and stop there. I'm just going to dump it out on the ground, since that'll hopefully help us out a little bit with our review here of these mods, or going over these mods here. All right, so let me think here. I believe, if I remember correctly, that's the pig feed mixer right there. Take it out real quick and make sure, because I want to go over this one last, I believe. This is the pig food mixer. So we're actually going to jump down to the beginning of this row and work our way back up. So down here at the very beginning here, we have the, where's it at in here? I can find it. The cow feed mixer. It should be that guy right there. Okay, so if we open that up, feed mixer, you're going to put straw in, hay in, which can be any of those hays, silage, and then you need diesel as fuel, so we'll just fill that up. Beautiful. Okay. Now there's various endpoints, and I actually don't know which one's for which, but we should be able to figure that out fairly easily. So let me go into here. We'll go ahead and fill this up with whatever comes first here. Let's see. Silage. So not that guy there. They're not terribly well labeled, but that's okay. There we go. Silage is the very end one. We'll go ahead and get that one dumped out. And actually, just to speed this up a touch, we will go ahead and grab... Can't see it in there. There we go. This guy has been, I believe, tainted by the ways of the F11 screen. And it actually already has hay in it, so... Hay is going to be right there. Beautiful. Okay, F11 menu. I do want to put more hay in it. Go through here. Dry grass, windrow. Get that unloaded into there. And then finally, we should be able to take straw over to the other one here. Get turned around. Did put these a little bit closer together probably than I needed to. F11 menu here. Go find some straw. There we go. And just dump it into there just like that. So now if we go into the menu here under the cow feed mixer, which is right at the top, it's working at 10,000 liters an hour, and it's going to start slowly burning through these various items here. So we'll go ahead and actually put in 12,000 of each one, and we'll see kind of how much it used of each one, just so we can see the ratio. I should have looked at that in the XML before I started this video, but that's okay. We're committed now. We'll go ahead and just fast forward some time here. Slowly working down those. We'll wait until it seems to be stopped. Beautiful. Okay, Control G. Go take a look in here. So it is not active. Made 24,000 liters. 6,000 of that left, 6,000 of that left. So it's going to use essentially 2,000 liters of silage, 1,000 liters of hay, and 1,000 liters of straw. And that's your mixing ratio. And as you can see, I didn't go through that much fuel to mix that. So anyhow, there is that mixer for you. And then to get it out, we're going to grab our perfected tractor over here that has not been tainted. Yeah, it's very weird with the F11 screen that it does that. But, oh, and you can get pallets out for this as well. And you can put bales in over here as well. I forgot to mention all that. So let's go ahead and show that real quick. Totally forgot about this half of it. But if we go over to here, we'll just grab a straw square bale. We'll go and need some extra strength for this bad boy. And should be able to just get it over here. You don't have to put it in there. You can just get it into there. So that all works out just fine. Again, diesel input here, out point here for pallets. So if I go into here, open the menu up, and it's going to give us those pallets basically we saw. We'll just put 2 pallets out. There we go, 2 pallets out, or we of course can pull under the bulk point here and get it that way, which I'm not going to get a lot of it because I'm just going to dump it on the ground anyways. But there you go, that is the cow feed mixer. Now we only have, I promise guys, only 4 buildings left to go. We're making good progress. All right, this guy right here is going to be, I believe this is the potato cooker, isn't it? Or no, that one's the potato cooker. This is not. This is the grain grinder. So the grain grinder, put wheat, barley, or oats in, and diesel. and you're going to get cereal meal out. So, and we'll explain some of that a little bit later. But yeah, just put any of these in, which I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use this as the out point. So I guess I'm going to just go ahead and park you right here. And again, there's a diesel point right here, which actually we're just going to go in, and as we do, we are going to purchase the diesel. There we go. And then here's the input for all those different grain types, whatever grain you want to put in there. So we'll just do this, and we'll just do wheat, since that should work just fine. Drive over to here. Beautiful. And just like that, we can go ahead and dump that into there, and it should be working now. So if we go into the grain grinder, 25,000 liters per hour, it's working through that. And as you can see, it has some extra crop types in there as well. So barley, wheat, oat, triticale, rye, spelt, millet, which aren't even available on this map. But yeah, there you go. Go ahead and fast forward a little bit of time to get it to do some work for us. That should have worked its way through all of that. There you go. 1 for 1, you're getting cereal meal out. So we can get cereal meal out this side over here. There we go. We're getting cereal meal, which is great. I'm just going to dump that on the ground. And then we'll move on to the potato cooker. So I'm just going to park this and stage this under the out point, which there's actually 2 out points for this. I believe this one's the compost, which we're going to want. Well, we'll have to show them both probably anyways, but it does produce compost as well as cooked potatoes. So this one has 2 out points. Go right here, that'll work. Right over it. There we go. Well, that actually might be the cooked potatoes. Anyhow, doesn't matter a whole lot. Oh yeah, that is. That's cooked potatoes. This is the compost there. So this one, if we go into the menu here, the potato cooker. But potatoes, water, which we're just going to buy the water to save us the time. Yes, and you can buy the diesel in there. And potatoes we need to put in. So on this guy, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some potatoes. Oops, there we go. And I'll explain what cooked potatoes are used for in a little bit here. But you can see fuel and water go in there. If I go over, oops, without crashing, that's ideal. I can dump these guys in here. Now if I go into the menu here, which is Control G to open this menu up, if you didn't know already, it's going to give us cooked potatoes and compost. So let me go ahead and fast forward some time. I'm going to wait till it gets completely dumped out there. And oh, and what rate does it go at here? I didn't look at that for you guys. Either in case you're wondering, 10,000 liters an hour. Perfect. Okay. Fast forward some time here, and I believe it's stopped. And again, none of them burn a ton of fuel. They do burn a fair amount, I guess, but it's not that bad, really. Cooked potatoes and compost. So you don't get 1 for 1, but you do get 1 for 1 as far as total product coming out of there. And we're getting cooked potatoes. Beautiful. We're just going to dump those onto the ground. And we're going to drive around to the other side over here. And we're going to get compost out of there. We're just going to dump that on the ground. The final point we have for us here is the, well, kind of the final point. We'll talk about the TMR storage here in a second, but we have the pig food mixer up next. So if we go into the menu here, where is it at? Pig feed mixer right there. There's 2 different foods, and they both give you pig food. So understand they both give you the same output. They're just different inputs. So the first one, you're going to put cooked potatoes in, or you could also put carrots or onions in if those are available on the map you're playing on. And then you're also going to need to put in canola or sunflowers. I almost said cornflowers, which that would be the combination of canola and sunflowers, I guess. And then corn. So you need those 3 inputs there. The fattening feed, this is where you need the beet pulp and the cereal meal. So you take those 2 items, put them in, plus soybeans, not soj beans, but anyhow, and you're also going to get pig food out from there. So there's a lot of different inputs into this, but it gives you basically what you're after. Which is pig food. So it just depends on what kind of crops you're producing. And I believe we have to open this up, don't we? Yes, we do. There we go. You have to open that up to be able to put it in. And again, if you're looking at all the different ways you could produce pig food, feel free to check out my video on that as well. Okay, we need to put in, oops, sorry, that's my phone going off. We need to put in some corn. I'm not going to put in the full amount for everything. Put in some corn. We also need to put in, could probably go this way, be a little bit faster if I can find all the different products I need. We'll put cooked potatoes in just because that's what we can do. Keep going here. Cereal meal, that is actually another one we need. So we'll put some cereal meal in. And then we'll go back into the menu here. Sorry, and there's so many different products to put in. It's gonna be a little bit different. Boiled potatoes, that's our cooked potatoes. We'll put some of those in. Let's see, what else do we need to get in here? Make sure I get everything. Okay, so we're getting cooked potatoes put in right now. We need canola, sunflower, and beet pulp. Okay, and soybeans. So canola, put some of that in. And then soybeans, put some of that in. And then we'll find the beet pulp in here somewhere, hopefully. There it is right there. Grab that, put some of that in. Now if we go into the menu, everything should be working. So it says 2 active factories. Now you can stop one or turn them off, but they both use different products. And they both work at 25,000 liters an hour. So we'll go ahead and pull this guy out of the way. Go get our safe output one. We'll go ahead and just fast forward time while we're going to grab that. Our safe output. We should be able to slow time back down. It's starting to get dark. Let me go ahead and reset the clock back down to 9 in the morning. And now the output for this thing is right in the middle, or you could do pallets as well there. So actually, let me demonstrate that real quick for you guys. So go into the pig feed mixer. And again, whatever one it's on, they both go into the same output. So we'll just do 2 pallets, spawn 2 pallets. And you have 2 pallets of pig food, which you could pull up next to a trailer with and fill them up that way if you wanted to. But I guess if you're simulating you had a industry, you could do this. But then again, there you go. You're getting pig food out of it. And you put it in your pigs, and it'll all work out for you. Okay, I'm just going to dump these onto the ground. And we're going to hop into this guy, which we're just going to empty out because it doesn't matter for this one. And we're going to move over to our final building, which is our TMR storage, which it's pretty self-explanatory. If we go into the menu here, where's it at? Forage storage. All you do is put in forage and get forage out, so TMR. And you can get it out in the form of a pallet or otherwise. So we'll go into the endpoint here, which I don't think we have to. I don't think there's a rate over that or a cover over that. So I think we can just go straight in. So go into the menu here. Let's move over to forage. That one right there. That should be TMR. Yep. I dump that in. And it's working. It's got the light on there. It's slowly going to keep processing it through here. If I speed up time. There we go. I can go in here now, and I can go into the forage storage. And I can. It does 40 million liters an hour. Again, it says transferring it over here. So let me add just 2 pallets. I can put 2 pallets out there. Or I can go grab this guy, our non-tainted tractor, and I can pull under the bulk point and get bulk out. There we go. Anyhow, guys, that is everything for the animal food pack. That will be linked down below in the description. This is for PC and Mac players only, just as most things are on this tutorial series. If you guys have been watching from the start of it. But anyhow, guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on your screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.